I started at Columbus State University, just general studies, had not really decided what I wanted to do. And after taking public speaking, which made everybody else absolutely frantic, I realized it was just, I loved it, and decided to become a communication major. It's really advanced my career since I graduated in 2000 with a degree in communication. I was actually a secretary at the health department and was very interested in several jobs in the agency and was not able to apply because I did not have my degree and was underqualified. So becoming a communication major really opened doors for me at the health department. I became the director of a local injury prevention coalition called Save Kids Columbus and served there for about 10 years, and now serve as the public information officer and the risk communicator for our health district, which involves 16 counties. So I thoroughly enjoy working with the media. I love talking with the community about health and safety concerns and how to be safe. And my actual department is under emergency preparedness, and so we really try to prepare the community to be safe. And it's just something that I really enjoy doing, and I really believe that my grounding through communication has helped me advance. My writing skills increased, unbelievably, as I actually went through the program. I became more comfortable with writing, much more comfortable with talking in groups. I have to use non-traditional media such as town hall meetings, and even using newer media such as Facebook and Twitter. So communication is definitely a growing field, and it's ever-changing, and I just enjoy every minute of it.
A degree from the communication department is really beneficial in my career. As you can see, we offer classes to the public, so that means I have to do a lot of negotiating, persuading, and interpersonal communication. So my experience in the department has really taught me that there's a lot more to our field of expertise than just journalism or talking. It's really about building relationships and building partnerships.
I was always interested in communications. I had an interest in advertising and journalism when I was still in high school. And so for me, one of the first colleges that I applied to when I was looking for universities was Emerson College in Boston. Well, unfortunately, things don't always go as planned, and I didn't get in, which started my unfortunate foray into undecided major, which is pretty much a death wish for any college student. Without a focus and without a major, you're really just kind of hanging out there and don't have anybody to guide you and don't have an interest to latch on to. So I came and went from colleges, dropped out, went back, dropped out. I'm sure a few of you know the story. But 10 years later, I decided that I had had enough and it was time for me to go ahead and finish my BA. So I applied to Columbus State University and noticed that they had a communications program and was thrilled to get in. I was excited about joining the major and just going back to school, and I haven't been disappointed. I really feel like it's a great place to study communications, and what I learned was that it's so much more than just advertising and journalism. I think a lot of people think that communications is only media oriented, but it's also a place where you can learn about service learning, you can learn about communication in business, and really do a lot of things where it's not just about talking, but it's also about listening and creating a dialogue between groups that may not already be there. So for any students out there who are questioning whether or not they need to go into communications or would even want to go into communications at Columbus State University, I say go for it. There's plenty out there to latch on to and to get excited about, and I think you'll enjoy the program.
Well, at first I was a marketing major, and then I took my first communication class, which was public speaking. And the first speech I did, I was really passionate about, and that's when I knew that the communications department was for me.
I guess what appealed to me about the communication department was, I had taken classes with a number of the professors in that department prior to declaring my major, and it was a really enjoyable experience for me. So that, along with the fact that communications is by far the major that's most relevant to the career that I want to pursue, which is broadcast journalism, all those factors really weighed into my decision to become a communication major. And it's really gone well.
When I started school, I didn't know what program I wanted to study, and then I took a public speaking class and really enjoyed it and decided that's what I wanted to do. Signed up for the communications program, and it really opened up doors for me. It has allowed me to serve in several different roles at work, whether it's chairing a committee, organizing events, facilitating meetings. It's really allowed me to be successful.
So I decided to become a communication major because, well, frankly, that's where I heard you're supposed to go if you didn't know what major to pick. But what I found out when I got to my first communication class, that this department is exactly where I belonged. You don't just learn soft skills that don't translate to the real work. You learn how to network, you learn how to communicate, you learn how to write. All the facets of communication, you become a well-rounded prospect to future employers. And so, you know, and one of the best benefits is becoming a part of a great community in the department itself. The colleagues that you go to class with every day, you really foster some relationships there that last for a long time. So I'm very thankful for all that the communication department has done for me in my career. It's very much served me well, and I'm so thankful that I chose communication.
The communication department here at CSU has provided so many opportunities for me as a student. Currently, I'm the National Vice President for the March of Dimes, where I get to travel the nation monthly to spread a platform and awareness that I'm passionate about. CSU taught me that if I want to make a difference, I can. Through the communication department, we incorporate service learning, getting out in the community, showing people that we care. In addition to the March of Dimes, I also currently have a job as the marketing director for Chick-fil-A. This came from my experience and my leadership potential that I learned through the communication department here at CSU.